Leo Francis was born on January 8, 1925, in Whittier, California. On January 25, 1925, Leo was baptized. Family story goes that he and his mother were both baptized at the same time. That's not true. His mother, Dorothy, was baptized on October 18, 1924. They were both baptized in the same church. United States Marine Corps muster rolls for Leo Bowler. On line 26 shows Leo enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps on 21st of June, 1943. He was honorably discharged on March 11th, 1946 as a staff sergeant. At a St. Patrick's Day dance in 1946, Leo met Elizabeth Ann Shepard, the daughter of Enos Aberdeen Shepard and Ellen Teresa Burke Shepard. Elizabeth was born in Spokane, Washington on February 15, 1922, although the family lived in Idaho. Note, she is listed simply as Shepard. In the lower left corner of the certificate was revised to Elizabeth Jeanette Shepard. This change was made on the 18th of February, 1922. As a child, Elizabeth read Anne of Green Gables and fell in love with the spelling of Anne, A-N-N-E. So, on June 11, 1942, Elizabeth's parents had her name legally changed to Elizabeth Ann Shepard. On November 8, 1946, Leo Francis and Elizabeth Ann were married in San Bernardino, California. On January 8, 1948, Leo enlisted in the United States Marine Corps Reserves. On the 4th of December 1950, Leo was called up to active service during the Korean War, as seen on his DD-214. I have been told he served as a drill instructor at Camp Pendleton, California. On October 1st, 1952, Leo received an honorable discharge from his military service. After serving in the Korean War, Leo attended school at San Diego State College, now known as San Diego State University, graduating with a degree in journalism. For a while, he worked as a reporter for a local newspaper in San Bernardino. In 1953, I think, Leo started working for the San Diego Evening Tribune. He would remain there for over 30 years. At the time, San Diego Union and Evening Tribune were in fact two different newspapers. The Union in the morning and the Evening Tribune in the evening. Both papers were owned by the Copley Publishing Company, and both were located in the same building. The only other thing they shared were the classifieds. In 1955, the family bought their first home in San Diego, located at 4318 Taos Drive. Both your Grandpa Nick and I were born to this house. The family resided there until about 1970. During the 50s and 60s, Leo really got into woodworking. He made many tables and cabinets like the one hanging behind me. He made it before Nick and I were born. In the early 1960s, Leo built, for your grandpa, Nick and I, a jungle gym in the driveway. I found out later it wasn't a jungle gym, but his attempt at building a boat. Every chance Leo got, he would take the family camping in Mexico, especially Baja California. He absolutely loved it. In 1969, Leo and Elizabeth separated and later divorced. And later in 1973, Leo would remarry to a woman named Marianne Sigismonti. She was a travel agent. 3 years later, they would divorce. In the early 80s, while living in Poway, California, he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Leo passed away on the 15th of March, 1984, and is interred at Fort Rosecrans National Cemetery. In 1970, Elizabeth Ann, with your Grandpa Nick and I, were relocated to the Village Square Apartments. At one point, she would work as an assistant manager for the complex. In 1982, she had moved in with her youngest son, me, who was renting a home in Serra Mesa. Also in 1982, your Grandpa Nick and your dad moved in as well. In 1985, we all moved over to Claremont, a street called Mount Elbrus. This is where your dad grew up. Elizabeth Ann, your dad's grandmother, your great-grandmother, had a significant impact on the upbringing of your father. She would live with us the rest of her life. In the late 1990s, your grandmother diagnosed with COPD. COPD makes it hard to breathe. On July 2nd, 2004, she passed away and is buried with her parents in Mountain View Cemetery in San Bernardino. Next time, we'll discuss her father, Enos Aberdeen Shepherd, your great-great-grandfather. Until then, stay safe. A photo of the five guys taken in the early 1960s, just after a whale watching trip. They were Leo Francis, Patrick Francis, Michael Lee, Nicholas James, your grandfather, and me, your Papa Tony.